In the modern context, society has become increasingly noisy and fast-paced. The rise of social media and various forms of mass communication has fueled a culture of boasting, where many feel pressured to share their personal achievements in order to gain recognition from others. This constant need for external validation often leads to a loss of focus on the primary goal: personal growth and self-development. When too much attention is placed on seeking praise, we can easily get caught in a cycle of comparison and expectation, instead of concentrating on the effort needed to improve ourselves. The concept of work hard in silence in Stoicism emphasizes focusing on action and the process itself, rather than craving acknowledgment from others. Stoics believe that a person's true value is not found in the praise or judgment of others, but in their personal efforts and consistent action. The ultimate goal is to improve oneself, to achieve inner peace, and to remain undisturbed by external circumstances. One of the fundamental teachings of Stoicism is the idea that we should focus on what we can control and let go of everything else. In life, many factors lie beyond our control: the opinions of others, external events, outcomes of our actions, or even how we are perceived. Yet what we can always control is our effort, attitude, and discipline. This focus on personal responsibility is the essence of working hard in silence. Instead of being distracted by outside forces or looking for praise, Stoicism encourages us to direct our attention inward, to our own actions and behaviors, which are fully within our power. Stoics teach that by focusing on effort and personal discipline, we eliminate the distractions that often lead to anxiety or disappointment. When you stop worrying about how others will judge you or whether you'll receive applause, you free up mental space to channel all your energy into the task at hand. In the process, you become more efficient and resilient, able to continue working even when the external environment isn't favorable. This mindset also encourages a deeper level of accountability. When you no longer blame external circumstances or the opinions of others, you take full ownership of your actions and result. Epictetus, one of the great Stoic philosophers, emphasized this point by stating, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Instead of waiting for motivation from others or external validation, a Stoic relies on their own internal drive and discipline to push forward, regardless of the circumstance. By doing this, they cultivate a sense of inner strength, peace. By focusing on what we can control, we also reduce unnecessary suffering. In many ways, much of the stress and frustration we experience in life comes from trying to control things that are outside our grasp. We cannot force others to see our worth, nor can we guarantee success in every endeavor. However, we can control the effort we put in and the mindset with which we approach our goal. If we work hard, stay disciplined, and let go of the need for external approval, we naturally become more content with whatever outcome arises. This approach doesn't mean you shouldn't care about success or result. It means that while striving for excellence, you detach from the need for recognition or immediate rewards. In Stoicism, it's the process, the steady, disciplined work that matters, not the fleeting praise that might come afterward. This is what sets a Stoic apart from others. They understand that real progress is internal, and it's achieved through consistent effort, regardless of who is watching. By following this Stoic principle of focusing on what we can control, we can build a stronger, more resilient character. This allows us to face challenges with grace and to keep working hard, even when things don't go as planned. The silence in our hard work symbolizes our indifference to external validation, reinforcing that our worth and progress are measured by how we improve ourselves internally, not by the opinions of others. Working hard in silence is about cultivating inner excellence and strength, knowing that the true reward lies in becoming the best version of ourselves. Working in silence provides profound benefits for personal growth and mental well-being. One of the key advantages is the cultivation of discipline and patience. When we stop seeking external validation or the approval of others, we can fully concentrate on the task at hand. This focus fosters a deeper sense of discipline, as our efforts are directed solely toward progress, without the distraction of others' opinion. In this way, the absence of recognition forces us to find internal motivation. We develop the ability to stay consistent and committed, even when there is no immediate reward or break. This resilience is essential for long-term success, as it allows us to persist through challenges and setbacks. Knowing that our progress is measured by our own standards, not by fleeting applause. Patience is another critical virtue nurtured through silent work. In a world that often emphasizes quick results and instant gratification, working in silence reminds us that real growth takes time. When we detach ourselves from the expectation of recognition, we become more comfortable with slow, steady progress. This patience enables us to endure hardships and obstacles without losing sight of our goals. We learn to appreciate the process itself, rather than rushing through it for the sake of external rewards. The ability to remain patient in the face of adversity is a hallmark of those who practice Stoicism, as they understand that progress is often invisible in the short term, but accumulates over time through consistent effort. Another crucial benefit of working in silence is the peace of mind it brings. When we no longer rely on external validation, our emotions become less susceptible to the ups and downs that come from praise or criticism. Instead of allowing others' opinions to dictate our mood or self-worth, we develop an inner calm that shields us from emotional turbulence. Whether people praise or criticize our work, we remain unaffected because our sense of value is derived from within, not from external sources. This emotional stability is vital for maintaining focus and staying grounded, especially in difficult times. By distancing ourselves from the need for external validation, we also protect ourselves from the inevitable disappointments that come with seeking approval. Praise can be fleeting, and criticism can be harsh, but neither defines our worth. When we work in silence, we create a buffer between our efforts and the emotional highs and lows that often accompany recognition. This allows us to maintain a steady course, unaffected by the shifting opinions of others. In this state of tranquility, we are free to focus on what truly matters: quality of our work and the development of our character. Moreover, working silently builds a quiet confidence. When you achieve success without constantly broadcasting your efforts, the results speak for themselves. Others will eventually notice the fruits of your labor, but by then, the approval will be irrelevant. What matters is that you have achieved your goals on your own terms, without relying on anyone else's approval to validate your journey. This kind of quiet confidence is powerful because it stems from genuine self-assurance and inner strength, rather than from external sources. Practice of working in silence offers significant benefit. including the development of discipline, patience, and mental peace. It allows us to rise above the noise of external judgment, focusing solely on our own growth and progress. By embracing this approach, we not only achieve our goals more effectively, but also cultivate a deeper sense of inner calm and confidence. Ultimately, silent work is not just a strategy for success, it is a path to true self-mastery, where the only validation we seek comes from within. Maintaining humility and avoiding self-conceit are essential aspects of the Stoic philosophy, particularly when we practice the principle of working hard in silence. In a world where boasting and seeking validation are often encouraged, choosing not to flaunt our achievements helps us preserve a genuine sense of humility. By not rushing to broadcast our successes, we avoid the pitfalls of vanity and egotism, which can cloud our judgment and derail our personal growth. Marcus Aurelius, renowned Stoic philosopher, emphasized the importance of acting for inner progress rather than seeking external praise. He asserted that true virtue and fulfillment come from focusing on our own moral, personal development, not from the accolades we receive from others. According to Aurelius, do not do anything for the sake of recognition. Do it for your own inner improvement. This perspective encourages us to direct our efforts towards genuine self-betterment rather than seeking validation from outside sources. When we work silently, our actions speak for themselves, and the results become the true measure of our success. By avoiding the need for constant acknowledgement, we keep our ego in check and remain grounded in our purpose. This approach not only prevents the pitfalls of self-aggrandizement, but also allows us to stay true to our values and objectives. We are less likely to be swayed by praise or criticism, which often comes with its own set of biases and superficial judgment. Instead, our focus remains on the intrinsic satisfaction of doing meaningful work and growing as individuals. Humility in this context means recognizing that our efforts and achievements are part of a larger journey of personal development. It involves understanding that our worth is not defined by how others perceive us, but by our commitment to our own values and principles. This internal focus fosters a deeper sense of self-respect and integrity. We work diligently not to impress others, but to fulfill our own standards and aspirations. This alignment with our internal goals helps us build a more resilient and stable character. By steering clear of self-conceit, we also encourage a more collaborative and empathetic approach to our interactions with others. When we are not preoccupied with self-promotion, we can genuinely appreciate and support the achievements of those around us. This creates an environment where mutual respect and shared growth are valued over competition and comparison. In turn, this fosters a healthier and more constructive atmosphere, personal and collective. In essence, working in silence and maintaining humility go hand in hand. It's about focusing on the quality of our actions rather than the quantity of external recognition. Marcus Aurelius's teachings remind us that the true measure of success lies in our internal growth and moral advancement. By adhering to this principle, we build a foundation of integrity and resilience that is less vulnerable to the fluctuations of external praise or criticism. This approach not only enhances our personal development, but also contributes to a more harmonious and respectful interaction with the world around us. Maintaining focus on long-term goals is a crucial aspect of achieving sustained success and personal growth. By resisting the distractions of external praise or criticism, we remain steadfast in our commitment to our objective. The Stoic philosophy teaches us that true success stems from within, rooted in personal development and inner strength, rather than from external validation. In a world where instant gratification and immediate feedback are often sought after, it can be easy to get sidetracked by the fluctuating opinions of others. Praise and criticism, while natural aspects of any endeavor, can serve as powerful distractions. We allow them to dictate our focus. When we fixate on external validation, we risk losing sight of our long-term goals and the deeper purpose behind our effort. This distraction can undermine our progress and lead us away from our true path. Stoicism offers a profound counterpoint: this external focus. According to Stoic principles, success is not merely about achieving visible milestones or receiving accolades, but about enduring personal growth and cultivating inner strength. The Stoic philosophers, including Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus, emphasized that the real measure of success, how well we align our actions with our core values and long-term aspirations. This internal perspective fosters a sense of resilience that is not easily swayed by the ebb and flow of external opinions. By concentrating on our long-term goals and maintaining an internal focus, we cultivate a steady and unwavering determination. This internal compass guides us through the inevitable ups and downs of any journey. For example, when faced with setbacks or challenges, a Stoic mindset helps us view these obstacles as opportunities for growth, rather than as threats to our success. This perspective allows us to maintain our course, even when external circumstances are unfavorable. Furthermore, focusing on long-term goals requires a commitment to continuous improvement and personal development. It involves setting clear objectives, understanding our motivations, and diligently working towards our aspiration, regardless of external validation. This approach aligns with the Stoic belief that true success is found in the journey of self-improvement, rather than in the external rewards we might receive along the way. Maintaining this internal focus also helps us to remain grounded and resilient in the face of adversity. When we are less concerned with external praise or criticism, we build a more robust internal foundation, supports us through challenges. This resilience is crucial for long-term success, as it enables us to stay committed to our goals even when progress is slow or when faced with difficult circumstances. Moreover, by keeping our focus on long-term goals, we create a sense of purpose and direction that guides our actions. This clarity helps us prioritize our efforts and make decisions that align with our overarching objective. It encourages us to invest our energy in meaningful activities, contribute to our personal growth and the achievement of our goals, rather than being diverted by short-term distraction. In summary, the Stoic philosophy underscores the importance of maintaining focus on long-term goals by steering clear of the distractions of external praise and criticism. True success and fulfillment come from within, through personal development and inner strength. By adhering to this principle, we cultivate resilience, clarity, and determination, ensuring that our journey towards our aspirations remains steadfast and purposeful. Epictetus, a prominent Stoic philosopher, profoundly emphasized the importance of focusing on self-worth rather than seeking validation from others. His teaching, "Make yourself a valuable person rather than seeking recognition from others," encapsulates the essence of Stoic philosophy. regarding self-development and inner fulfillment. For Epictetus, true measure of a person's value lies not in how others perceive them, but in their personal growth and internal integrity. Epictetus believed that external recognition and validation are transient and unreliable indicators of one's worth. In his view, relying on others' opinions for our sense of value creates a precarious foundation that can easily be shaken by criticism or rejection. Instead, he advocated for a focus on self-improvement and internal development. By striving to become a person of character and virtue, we align ourselves with our true essence and values, independent of external feedback. This perspective encourages us to look inward and assess our actions and intentions based on our own standards and principles. When we focus on our internal development, we cultivate qualities such as resilience, wisdom, and integrity, which are the true markers of personal. This internal focus provides a more stable and enduring sense of value, as it is not contingent upon the fickle opinions of others, but on our own consistent efforts to grow and improve. Epictetus's teachings also highlight the importance of self-discipline and self-awareness in achieving personal value. By exercising self-discipline, we remain true to our values and goals, regardless of external pressures, distraction. Self-awareness allows us to understand our strengths and weaknesses, guiding us in our quest for personal development. This process of self-reflection and continuous improvement becomes a source of genuine satisfaction and fulfillment. Moreover, focusing on personal value rather than external recognition fosters a sense of inner peace. When we base our self-worth on our own principles and achievements, we become less susceptible to the highs and lows of public opinion. This inner tranquility allows us to navigate challenges with greater equanimity and maintain our course toward self-improvement, even in the face of adversity. Epictetus also believed that by concentrating on our own development, we contribute positively to the world around us. When we embody virtues such as kindness, honesty, and resilience, we naturally influence others in a constructive way. This ripple effect is a testament to the power of personal value as it extends beyond individual achievements to impact broader community. Epictetus's philosophy underscores the significance of focusing on self-worth, personal development, rather than seeking external recognition. By making ourselves valuable through internal growth and integrity, we achieve a deeper and more lasting sense of fulfillment. This approach not only enhances our own lives but also positively influences those around us, demonstrating that true value comes from within. Embracing the Stoic principle helps us build a resilient and authentic sense of self, independent of fluctuating judgments of others. Working hard in silence is a fundamental principle of Stoicism, highlighting the importance of focusing on internal growth rather than seeking external recognition. By dedicating ourselves to our work without constantly pursuing validation from others, we embrace the Stoic ideals of personal development and self-discipline. This approach not only helps us maintain humility and avoid self-conceit, but also reinforces our commitment, long-term goals, and personal advancement. Stoic philosophy teaches that true success and fulfillment originate from within. By concentrating on our actions and progress, we foster a sense of inner peace and resilience that remains unaffected by the transient praise or criticism of the external world. As we work diligently in silence, quality of our efforts and the results they produce become evident on their own, allowing our accomplishments to speak for themselves. The final message is clear. Let your work be your voice. When you focus on the process and the value you bring, rather than seeking constant acknowledgement, your success will naturally become apparent. People will recognize the fruits of your labor without the need for you to boast about your achievement. In this way, silent dedication not only leads to personal growth, but also demonstrates that true value is reflected in the results of your efforts, rather than in the external validation you might seek.